instead of the first leg, I see Liverpool winning the game, but I see a goal conceded. I see Alisson flap at the ball and it goes in. Like that's what I see.
Why not a little bit more convincing, like 3-1?
Because I just see 2-1, man. Why do you see 2-0? Why do you not see 3-0?
And we're going to get onto the Champions League now because it's a massive competition, a big competition. It's a massive week, big games. Spurs host Man City. Liverpool host Porto. Man United at home as well, isn't it? Yeah, host Barcelona. And I think Ajax are home first, yes. Ajax are home to Juventus. Starting with Tuesday's matches. It's Liverpool and Man City Spurs playing on that day. First, starting with Liverpool Porto. What are you expecting?
2-0 Liverpool.
I gotta think about this because it's Champions League, isn't it? It's not easy, but where is it?
Is it Anfield?
2-1.
2-1?
2-1 Liverpool.
Damn, that's a tight.
2-1 Liverpool. I think
Porto would take that.
Yeah, of course they will. I mean, the thing is, people see it because it's the easiest tie.
And also they smacked Porto 5-0 last year.
Yeah, but this year, 2 different years. If anything, because they smacked Porto 5-0 last year, I think Porto are going to come correct. They got Pepe this year in it and Casillas. experienced duo. The experienced duo. Come on.
You're having me on, Ramone.
Listen. I don't expect Porto to go through. I don't. But can I see Porto scoring a goal? Yeah.
If Porto get a 2-1 or loss at Anfield, why can't you see them going through? Because they're going to go back home.
They could do. But Liverpool might pull it out of the bag. I don't know. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. Instead of the first leg, I see Liverpool winning the game, but I see a goal conceded. I see Alisson flap at the ball and it goes in. Like that's what I see.
Why not a little bit more convincing, like 3-1?
Because I just see 2-1, man. Why do you see 2-0? Why do you not see 3-0?
Porto too dead to score at Anfield, man.
You think?
Too dead. Van Dijk is too good at the back, man. Honestly, the guy... he's too good.
Shane Long scored against Van Dijk. Shane Long's one of the worst strikers the Premier League has seen.
That was at their own ground, isn't it?
So?
I'm just saying, it's hard to score at Anfield, bro. At Anfield, it's difficult.
Porto got that. Porto aren't as bad as we all... I think because it's the easiest tie in the group, I think we're looking at it saying they're going to get banned. But...
Bro,
it don't work like that.
wanted Porto.
Yeah, and they probably would have lost.
Porto wanted Porto.
They probably... We said this. Remember when we said this the last time we were talking about it? And I said they had that striker, the young black guy. And he done it right. Who did they play in the last round? They scraped through Roma. Was it Roma? Porto. They beat Roma, didn't it?
What?
Why are you laughing for?
The last previous round?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was Schalke.
Nah, but it was Roma in extra time.
I can't remember.
It was Roma.
Oh yeah, it was Roma.
Yeah. It was Roma in extra time.
Where's Roma in the Syria?
Roma are the Champions League semi-finalists of last year.
And where are they this year?
I don't know.
You 2 years different, isn't it?
Listen, what I'm saying is I thought Porto would score 2-1.
I'm going 3-0 Liverpool. I think it's going to be so comfortable. And for me, it's 3-0 minimum. Like, if Liverpool are smart, they will go out there, blitz them, 4-0, 5-0. Obviously, try in it. But try and get as much as you can. And then you can rest, if necessary, in the second leg. Rotate, bring in, Shaqiri, Divock Origi, and then man there. But I can't see anything other than a comfortable Liverpool win. And I think they're in the semi-finals. I think they've pretty much got a bye into the semi-finals. Where they will meet a European giant.
I don't know what you're over there with your 2-1.
But the thing is, but you say bye. Like they don't have to play Porto. Let them play Porto. They got one eye on Chelsea on the weekend and the other eye on Porto. I mean,
and this is why, for those who have seen the video, this is why I'm saying that they're not going to win both competitions, the FA Cup and the Premier League, because Champions League, Premier League, yeah. Champions League, Premier League, because they are. You're right. They are going to have eyes on both competitions. And they ain't got the squad for me for both competitions. they couldn't play a weaker team in the Premier League or the Champions League and still get positive results for the rest of the season. In the odd game, I think they might have Huddersfield one of the games in the Premier League. Cool.
Huddersfield, Cardiff.
But Cardiff is away, I think. Wolves is at home, and Newcastle away. Newcastle away is not going to be easy, especially if they're still in the relegation fight. And if Cardiff
Newcastle not in the relegation fight, their season's done.
You think?
Their season's done. I was at the Emirates and I watched them. I watched them do nothing for 90 minutes. I had one shot.
No, what do you mean they're not in the relegation fight? You think they're staying up?
They're safe. Yeah, they're cool, man.
What are they? 7 points clear?
Yeah,
and then they lost to Crystal Palace on the
they're fine, bro. They're fine. The thing is, this is what I don't understand. The relegation battle is almost done. It's actually almost done. Like, most of the teams are on holiday already. So by the time Liverpool are playing these teams...
Well, it depends when they're playing. I don't know.
Well, Huddersfield are gone.
Yeah.
Cardiff are fighting. I think
that's another team they're playing.
But Cardiff are dead. So...
if Cardiff playing that game and they need if they get a win, they come out of the relegation zone. It ain't going to be easy. I'm not saying Liverpool shouldn't win, but it ain't going to be easy. But the point is, Liverpool can't afford to say, Newcastle are safe, so I'm going to play a weaker team.
Yeah.
Cardiff are safe, are down, I'm going to play a weaker team. Wolves ain't got nothing to play for, so I'm going to play with. They have to play their best team, which makes from the Champions League that much more difficult. But as far as Porto are concerned, I think deal with that, and then they got Chelsea on Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, the other big game, the bigger game, you might say, on Tuesday, Spurs versus Man City. Now, obviously, you man are saying quadruple. So I'm expecting to hear nothing but a positive result for Man City. When I say positive,
over 2 legs, yeah.
I'm going to say positive, but even this day, you can't tell me they're going to lose 3-0 in the first leg and they're still going to go through. Because that can't be written in the stars. Sorry, that's not written.
I mean, listen, if anyone can...
No, if anyone can what?
Pep can.
Oh, please.
I think this is the year of regardless of the result, I feel like he can pull it off. However, I think it's actually going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1 at wherever the stadium is called. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, White Hart Lane, toilet seat, whatever. I think it's going to be 1-1. I think, but 1-1 for me is a good result for Pep. I think.
Result,
yeah, good result for Pep, and then should see them off at the Etihad, second string. The funny thing is, I remember I was actually watching the FA Cup game, and the commentator said, Pep's played a strong team throughout this whole tournament. I was thinking to myself, bro, he only has a strong team. Like they're saying it like Danilo's played games in that tournament, Foden's played games, Mahrez has played, but that's his team. Like he's just played his team, isn't it? Yeah. And it's like, well, yeah, you can say this that they paid respect to Rotherham. Well, I mean, their second string.
Yeah, they had no. Whoever they play, unless they're gonna play the kids.
Yeah.
You're still going to look at it like they pay respect.
Yeah.
It's just that their second string is better than everyone else.
Yeah.
If when Liverpool play their second string against Wolves, like you could comfortably see that, these players aren't playing on the weekend. Whereas the Man City ones are like, if they play well, then they got a chance of playing in the Premier League or something.
And that's the thing. And with Pep, like, Poch don't know what team Pep's going to play.
We do.
We don't. We don't.
We do.
Well, come on.
You think?
So yeah. What? So if Aguero's fit, obviously we don't know if he's fit or not, but if Aguero's fit, he's starting. So, I was about to say Sane.
Well, no, I mean, technically, as good as he is, he's good enough to be starting in that team. But
Sterling's playing, De Bruyne's playing.
Do you think? I don't even know if it's guaranteed De Bruyne will play.
Which one? Both. Is David Silva fit? For me, if they're fit, the only real option he has is Sane. You might say Sane for like Gundogan, so he might play Bernardo Silva right or something like that, and Sane will come out and then Gundogan will go in the middle. But other than that, I'm thinking like, what's he really gonna like? Even if he plays someone else. That shouldn't throw Poch off because they're still going to play exactly the same way.
I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying the squad is good enough for him to just play a Mahrez, to drop De Bruyne on the bench.
Is Mahrez good enough to play?
Exactly. That's the thing. He's not, but he can play and they can still win 3-0 because the team is just so good and he might not even be involved. He may score all 3 goals. Like he just.
3-0 then. I'm
not predicting 1-1 because I think he's going to play the same team that played against Brighton with Aguero, minus Jesus and Aguero in. Tired.
Where you going?
I actually can't see anything other than a 2-0 win for Manchester City.
Away?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Come on, put some respect on Spurs.
Yep. 2-0. Yep. Yep. Spurs not even going to score, bro.
You've been talking about Harry Kane.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
You've been talking about Spurs, greatest stadium in the
Yeah,
world.
don't worry about all of that. Don't worry about
2-0.
Don't worry about that. When they're up against a team that's written in the start, don't worry about all of that, man. Don't worry about all of that. It's 2-0 Manchester City, I'm telling you. 2-0 Manchester City. And then, second leg, they'll beat them 3-1. I can see it already.
What, Spurs will beat them 3-1? So girlfriend away goes. I heard that. I'm going 2-2. I think Spurs will put up a good fight. It's the first Champions League night at their new stadium. And I think it's funny because obviously I've been saying that they shouldn't have moved in this season. I think it's a bit of a joke, to be honest. But I think it benefits them moving in when they did, because there's been so much hype and build up towards it that they moved it in the middle of the season, and it kind of adds another element to the whole atmosphere. But if they move at the beginning of the next season, they've had a whole summer of knowing that the stadium's ready, probably gone there, visited the different, pre-season games there, etc. Then you have the first Premier League game. It's kind of tired by then. It's a bit worn out because you've been there for all the half of the pre-season games, under 21s, women's, all these different things. NFL might even play a game there, but because they're open in the middle, they've gone boom straight into it. Obviously they had a couple of charity games, whatever, but boom straight into it. Champions League, Premier League, and I think that might add to it. So I think I can see Spurs.
But do you not also think, on the other hand, it's a brand new stadium? Does it feel like home yet? Like they're playing literally going straight into playing a massive game against Man City. They've not had a season to settle into that stadium yet. They don't know where things are.
Settle into what? What are you settling into?
Well, I heard an ex-player talking about it the other day. They were saying when you play in a new stadium for the first few months, you're getting used to even knowing how far the hoardings are from where you're playing taking a throw and stuff like that. Just the dressing room, knowing where you're going to be, knowing being in a new stadium as your home ground is completely different between playing in there 5 years in a row.
I'll be honest with you. If you're good enough, it's just another green pitch.
No, but the little things matter, innit? And sometimes when the two teams are as good as they are.
In the Champions League, a team, if I say Ronaldo, but just like Lewandowski or someone, they'll play an away game against a team that they've never played before. There for the first time, man just goes pops in the hat trick. It's just another green pitch.
But then the same thing, like Spurs only playing their second game there, Man City only going there for the first time. So it's another green pitch for Man City as well. But we're talking about how much advantage is playing at home.
Yeah, when Man City beat Schalke, what was it, like 6-0, whatever it was? They're probably playing there for one of their first time as well. Still bang. It's just another green pitch. Honestly, doesn't make a difference.
I think it makes a difference in some aspects. I think mentally, not being able to settle in the stadium is going to have some sort of impact.
No, actually, I think it can have an impact, but I think because of the way they've moved into the middle of the season, I think it nullifies that impact. Because for me, the fans and the home fans are what make a home stadium the advantage. If you play behind closed doors and that kind of thing, you lose that kind of advantage. The fan, as long as the fans from you are up for it, it would be a bigger benefit than playing at Wembley, 100%. Because the atmosphere, as a lot of Spurs fans will say, at Wembley wasn't great. How big the stadium is, how far it is in comparison to the ground, and the fact that it's not. The fans themselves felt like it wasn't home. So, as much as they want their team to win, if you don't feel at home, you're not giving everything, intentionally or unintentionally. At least if the fans feel like, yes, we're finally home, they can give the players, the energy that they need. So I do agree that it has an impact, but I think it would have a much bigger impact if they were starting the season like how Arsenal did in Emirates. They started the season in the Emirates, and it was a completely different thing. But it's like last season at Highbury, the atmosphere there was different to all the previous season Highbury because it was the last season. Same ground, same everything. But because the fans knew it was the last season at Highbury, the energy, even the last game against Wigan where you're, nearly not going to get in the Champions League and just gave everything a bit more to play, etc. because this is the last game we need to put on a show. This is our last game at Highbury. I think that problem for me has more of an impact than the fact that whether you've played there for X amount of time in the past. I mean, because we've seen great players, as Carl said, in the Champions League. Messi's gone to Wembley. I know it's Messi, but he's gone to Wembley first time and man of the match performance Champions League final. Man United played at Wembley in a FA Cup and in different competitions already. But you just raise your game for that competition if you're good enough. But yeah, I think Spurs will get a draw, but I can't see them going through.
I mean, we'll see come the end of the season because you know what will happen in the summer. They'll be like, if they get knocked out by City, he'll be like, it was always difficult for us going into the new stadium, first time and having to play. Would have been a lot better for us if we settled in. We'll hear that. We'll come.
I don't want to be hearing that anyway, because they've been calling for it and they've been wanting it. It's not like at some point they said, all right, let's just stay here for the rest of the season. They all wanted it whenever it came in it. So now they've got it. They can't complain. And then if it is a disadvantage, because you moved, it's your club's fault. You should have either started on, got it ready in time, or delayed it to next season.
Yep.
Your club wanted to move in, and you got to deal with whatever the impact is.
Yep.